Hi, good morning students. I am Vaishagi Shah from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. In our subject Fluid Mechanics and Hydraulics, we studied topic buoyancy and flotation. What is buoyancy? What are the buoyant forces? How the buoyant forces are acting in which direction? And we also discussed Archimedes principle and one example based on Archimedes principle in our last lecture. We also studied metacenter and metacentric height in our previous lecture. Now today we are going to study a analytical method to determine metacentric height. As we know that M point is called metacenter and GM height is called metacentric height. Metacentric height, the distance between center of gravity and metacenter. Today we will discuss a theory analytical method for metacentric height to determination of metacentric height. So let's start our derivation. This derivation is also important as your exam point of view. Okay, so let's start. First of all, here consider a body as shown in figure. The body is in equilibrium condition. So here we are considering a body, a rectangular block. Okay, this block is in equilibrium condition. Now here there are 2 points here. First, that is center of gravity, and second, that is center of buoyancy. Center of buoyancy is always below center of the gravity for equilibrium condition. So G point indicates center of gravity and B indicates center of buoyancy. For equilibrium, your normal axes are vertical. As you can see in this diagram, B and G, both the points are on vertical axis. Okay. Now, if you give some angular displacement to that rectangular block which is in equilibrium condition. So, in the first diagram, the block is in equilibrium condition. Normal axes are vertical in direction. Now, in this second diagram, you give some angular displacement, some angle, your body tilted at some angle, that angle is your angle theta. So you gave angular displacement to your body and your rectangular block is tilted. This is your rectangular block which is tilted. Okay. Now in this case, as we know that G is a center of gravity and B is a center of buoyancy. In this case, there is no any change in weight of the body or weight of this block. So G remain constant at its location. But when this body tilts, this part goes inside the water and this part comes outside the water. So here water in this part increases. So that why center of buoyancy shifted to this side and the point indicate we as B1. Here B was your old center of buoyancy and B1 is a new center of buoyancy. Clear? B1, that is your new center of buoyancy. And if you draw a line passing from B1, the line passing from B1. So these are your normal axis and this is your new center of buoyancy, line passing from new center of buoyancy. Both line intersect at point M. So M point is your called metacenter. M is called metacenter. There are two lines, one passing from old center of buoyancy, second passing from new center of buoyancy, and both intersect at point which is called metacenter. Clear? So now again this is your body, you gave angular displacement to this body. Here let the body is given small angular displacement in clockwise direction. So the new center of buoyancy is B1 and the vertical line passing from new center of buoyancy and old center of buoyancy, that is intersect at point M. Here GM is called metacentric height. distance between center of gravity and metacenter. So GM is called metacentric height, and we are determining metacentric height here. So at the last we will get the equation for GM, which is metacentric height. Okay. Now the angular displacement of the body is in clockwise direction. So as you can see here, there are two triangles. First is O, the center point is O, B dash B, O, B dash B. This triangle goes inside the water, and the another triangle O, A dash A, O, A dash A, which comes out of the water. So first triangle O, B dash B goes inside the water due to tilting. Due to tilting, this goes inside and this comes outside. So at this triangle O, B dash B, the buoyant forces are increases, but the triangle O, A dash A, the buoyant forces are decreases, because it goes inside the water and this triangle comes outside the water. Clear? So buoyant forces are decreases in this triangle OB dash B, and buoyant forces are increases in triangle OA dash A. Okay. Now here same thing, in this triangle OB dash B there is a loss of buoyant forces, and in triangle OA dash A the buoyant forces are increases. Okay. Now we are considering a small strip of thickness dx at a distance x from O. Now as shown in figure. So let's consider this diagram. Now this is your rectangular body which is tilted. So O B dash B triangle goes inside the water and O A dash A triangle comes out of the water like this. This triangle goes inside and this triangle comes outside the water. Okay. So in triangle O B dash B, we are considering a triangle O B dash B here. Now in triangle O B dash B, the angle that is theta, angle of triangle that is theta. Now on this triangle, this is an enlarged view of your triangle O B dash B. In a diagram we already indicate the triangle O B dash B, and this is your enlarged part of that triangle O B dash B. Now in this triangle, we divide this triangle into number of small strips. So here we are considering a single strip. As you can see, this is a strip. We are selecting a single small strip in triangle O B dash B. Okay. The distance from O to strip which is x. The distance between O and the strip, that is x. Thickness of this strip is dx. Thickness of the single strip is dx. Okay. Now if we have to find out height of this strip, then height of this strip, that is x into theta. Theta is very small, so you can say that height h equals to height of this strip, that is x into theta. This is height of the small strip. Okay. So now for this strip, this is your elementary strip. If we have to find out area of this strip, now in this diagram, this is your strip. If we have to find out area, then area, that is height into width. What is height of this strip? That is x theta. What is thickness of this strip? That is dx. So area of this strip equals to x into theta into dx. Clear? Area of single strip. Now if we have to find out volume of this strip, the equation for volume is area into length. Area into length. Now we know the equation for area, which is x theta L into dx. Okay, x theta L, x theta into dx. Now length of this strip we are considering capital L. So your volume, equation of volume, that is x theta into dx into L. Clear? Now we will find out weight of this strip. which is W, weight of the strip. Now equation for W is rho V into G. We know the equation W weight equals to rho into V into G, where rho is a mass density of fluid, G that is acceleration due to gravity, and V that is volume. So rho G, and we have the equation for volume which is x theta L dx. So you got equation for the weight of the single strip. Clear? Now we are doing some derivatory step for the single strip. Okay, so let's start. Similarly, in above diagram we are considering here two triangles are there, OB dash B. On triangle OB dash B we select a strip, elementary strip. Likewise the same procedure can be applied for triangle OA dash A. So similarly a small strip of thickness dx at a distance x from O is also selected for triangle OA dash A, and weight of the strip is same, that is rho G x theta L into dx, that we derived in our earlier earlier slide. Okay, so there are two weights are there in triangle OB dash B and in triangle OA dash A. There are two weights. Okay, now both weights are equal and opposite. Here both are equal and opposite, so that both forms a couple. Now this couple fundamental you already studied in your subject mechanics of solid. If there are two equal forces, then equal and opposite forces, it forms a couple. So here first weight in triangle OB dash B and second in triangle OA dash A, which forms a couple. Okay, so moment of the couple, the equation for moment of the couple, that is weight of the strip into distance between these two weights. Now we know the weight of the strip. Equation for weight of the strip, that is rho G x theta L into dx. Now distance between these two, which is x plus x, from point O, distance here is x and distance here is also x. So your distance between two weight, that is x plus x. So your equation become 2 rho G x square theta L into dx. Now this is a moment of the couple, To find out moment for whole triangle, here to find out moment for whole wedge, whole triangle, you have to integrate the equation for moment of couple. So your equation is integration of 2 rho G x square theta L dx L into dx. This is your equation number 1. Integration for moment of individual couple. Okay. Now another, the moment of couple due to shifting of center of buoyancy of B to B1. Here as you can see in the diagram that center of buoyancy is B. Center of buoyancy is B. Due to change in weight of the water due to tilting, the B point shifted to B1. So that B1 is your new center of buoyancy. Here there is also a moment due to shifting of B to B1. Moment is generated here due to shifting of B point to B1, and that is FB. Here FB, that are buoyant forces. Buoyant forces are acting from center of buoyancy, and here center of buoyancy is shifted. So now buoyant forces firstly at equilibrium acting from point B. Due to shifting, the buoyant forces are now acting from point B1, and the distance, buoyant forces which are FB and distance, that is BB1. 1. So equation for moment, that is force into perpendicular distance, where force is Fb and perpendicular distance is Bb1. Now if we apply equation for tan theta here, as you can see the angle is theta, and if you apply the equation for tan theta here, then your Bb becomes Bm into theta. You can replace tan theta equals to theta because here theta is very small. So you can write down tan theta equals to theta. So your Bb1 becomes Bm into theta. Bm into theta. Okay. So as we know that Archimedes principle, W equals to Fb. W equals to Fb. We studied Archimedes principle in our earlier lecture. So W equals to Fb. So here you can replace Fb by W. So your equation becomes W into Bm into theta. This is your equation number 2. This is equation number 1 and equation number 2. Okay. Now these two couples are the same. Here two couples are generated and these two couples are the same. So equating equation 1 and 2. Here this is your equation 1, integration of 2 rho g x square theta into L dx, and this is your equation number 2, W into Bm into theta. So two couples are the same. So equating equation 1 and 2, you get W into Bm into theta equals to integration 2 rho g x square theta L dx. Okay. Now W Bm theta equals to 2 rho g and theta are the constant. So 2 rho g theta integration x square L into dx. As we know that what is L here? Length. And what is dx here? That is width. L, that is length of strip, and dx, that is width of strip. So you can simply replace L into dx with d into a. L into dx, that is length into width, that is your area. So L dx equals to dA, and here theta theta cancel. So your equation become W into Bm equals to 2 rho g integration L dx. L dx, that is your dA. So equation is W into Bm equals to 2 rho g integration x square into dA. Clear? So now here the step is integration x square into dA. So integration 2, because here there are two wedges, two triangles. So 2 integration x square into dA, that is I, which is second moment of area, the plan of body at water surface about the y axis. Simply under root x integration x square into dA, that is your second moment of inertia, and which can replace by I. Here there are two triangles, that why we take 2 integration x square into dA, that is I. So replacing in this equation, your equation become W into Bm equals to rho g I. We replaced 2 integration x square dA with I. I is called second moment of inertia. Okay. So here if you make Bm as your subject, then Bm equals to rho g I divided by W. Rho into g into I divided by W. Now W, that is weight of the body. Weight of the body, and weight of the body, the equation for W, that is rho Vg. We already did the equation for the W, which is rho Vg, where V is a volume of the fluid displaced by the body. Volume of the fluid displaced by the body. So equation for W is rho Vg. Okay. So replace W, rho Vg, in this equation. So you get Bm equals to rho gi divided by rho Vg. So rho g cancel, that is I by V. I by V. I, that is moment of inertia, and V, that is volume. So now we have to find out metacentric height here, and the metacentric height is this gm. We got the equation for bm. Now we have to find out gm. As you can see the distance gm, you can write down gm equals to bm minus bg. bm minus bg. So you can see the distance bm minus bg, so you got gm, so you will get gm. Now we have the equation for bm, which is I by v, so I by v minus bg. So metacentric height, the equation for metacentric height is the final equation by analytical method. So metacentric height can be found by I by v minus bg, where gm is your metacentric height, I is moment of inertia, v that is volume, and minus bg, b center of buoyancy, g center of gravity. So bg is a distance between center of buoyancy and center of gravity, as you can see in that diagram. Clear? So by using this equation you can find out metacentric height for your given body. In most of the example we are using this equation to find out metacentric height. So remember this equation, gm equals to I by v minus bg. We already studied moment of inertia of different shapes like triangle, circle, rectangular, and you have to remember all the equations again for solving examples of chapter buoyancy. Okay, so enough for the today. Now in next lecture we will solve some example based on analytical method to find out metacentric height. Clear? Goodbye.